It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Wednesday. I would love to give you a warm welcome to the day, but I'm not giving you a warm welcome to the day because temperatures are feeling like the low teens across the Ozarks as of 5 a.m. There's even a bit of wintry weather on the radar this morning north of I-44. It is not nice out there. A powerful cold front moved through the Ozarks. We had a few stray storms in the eastern Ozarks late last night. The storms are now well to our east, but what we're waking up to is bitter cold. Wind chill values are ridiculous. I mean, these numbers are truly insane. We had 80s yesterday, records set all across the Ozarks for high temperatures. And now we've got feels like temperatures in the low teens. It's possible that they fall to the low single digits as we head closer to the 8 a.m. hour. And then we work our way back up later this afternoon. Wind chill values, though, just brutal today. We have actual temperatures that are in the low 20s this morning. I'm looking at a high temperature of about 42, but it will never feel that good. Wind chill values are going to stay in the 20s and 30s pretty much all day long. So grab the parka. Again, I hope you didn't pack it away the last couple of days when we've had this nice warm weather because, boy, you need it today. It's a cold one out across the Ozarks. Back to winter. It's still February. We're being reminded of that. The winds are from the northwest this morning. Bitter cold expected to persist through the rest of the day today. The overall setup across the country shows that cold front that produced some severe weather east of our area is now marching through the Ohio River Valley. It's going to impact the East Coast here as we head into the middle of the week. And we are talking about that bringing some heavy rain, some severe storms with it, as well as some winter weather. Mixed precipitation expected all the way from the Ohio River Valley, all the way up through portions of the Northeast, and then the Southeast is getting some rainfall out of this same storm system. Also, what this front is doing, I've been telling you about this really widespread area of above average temps. Yeah, we've knocked those completely out of here. We are seeing everyone experience a cool down today and even some light winter precip on the radar this morning. Not expecting any impacts from that simply because we were in the 80s yesterday afternoon. We're not going to see any roadway impacts, but bundle up today. That's the big headline for you on this Wednesday. This is the coldest day of the week, by the way. It does get better as we head into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We'll see a really significant increase in temperatures each and every day. It's going to be nice again by the weekend. In fact, I think we could be back in the 70s by Saturday. This is like whiplash in this forecast. With today being the bottom of the roller coaster ride, we start to increase a little bit and head uphill as we head into the second half of the work week. So a high temperature today in Springfield, I'm going 42 degrees. It's going to be windy. We will see the sunshine come back out, but don't be fooled by the sun. It's awful outside, just biting cold. We do have temperatures tonight that are also going to be incredibly cold, well below freezing. So think about the pets tonight. We're back into the mid-20s. And then as we move into Thursday, we'll be back into the 50s for afternoon highs. Partly sunny across the area on Thursday. By the time we get to Thursday night, there's a small chance that we see a bit of shower activity. I don't think it's anything more than that. Not expecting any thunderstorms, but high temperatures, they climb to near 60 again by Friday. And as I mentioned, I think by Saturday, we're back in the 70s. And the weekend actually looks really lovely. Around the country, winter storms are making headlines. I told you about those marching on to the East Coast and much of the Northeast, preparing for some winter weather. We've got above normal temperatures across the Midwest that have been wiped away by this cold front. We are now experiencing a cool down, and it is much colder than average for this time of the year. We've also got heavy rain and snow expected again for the West Coast. That happens again later this week. We're talking the Thursday, Friday timeline. So those are things that are coming our way across the Ozarks and across the national weather headlines here in the next couple of days. All right, it's the time you've been waiting for, the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister question for the day. This is the question that I left you with yesterday. We'll revisit it. Most major airlines frown on doing what on board a flight? The options that I gave you were A, painting nails, B, crocheting or knitting, C, taking medication, or D, sleeping too long. You may think it's crocheting or knitting, but it's not. If you can get the needles through, depending on the needles, they have different specs for getting those through the TSA. It's actually A, painting your nails. They frown on painting your nails. The knitting needle is oftentimes considered a weapon, so you can't even get those on board the flight. Painting your nails, not technically illegal. I don't think they can arrest you for that or kick you off the flight because they let you through TSA with the nail polish bottle. That can actually come in your carry-on bag as you move through, security. Nail polish is allowed as long as it hits that 3.4 ounces or less. But it's actually the act of painting on the plane that is what they call frowned upon. And most flight attendants and flight crews will stop you from doing this. The issue is the recirculated air within the airplane. So they close the door and, all of the air just gets recirculated within the plane out those little blowers. Well, nail polish, a horrible scent. And it's highly flammable. So while they don't allow things to cause flames on flights, painting your nails is heavily discouraged. You will likely be stopped by a flight attendant. Also, even just painting your nails, I think in the house makes an entire room smell. So don't do that to your other passengers. However, you can fly with nail polish. You just got to paint. I guess you could do it in the airport. It's a better space, preferably outdoors or in your own personal space because it stinks and you'll probably get stopped for doing it. All right, here's your Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather question that I have for you for tomorrow. Leap Day. What are leap day babies called? Babies that are born on February 29th. There's a name for them. What do you think it is? Do you think it is A, dumplings, B, Cupies, C, leaplings, or D, pumpkins? What do you think you call those leap day babies? Do you know one? Are you one? It's about to be your birthday tomorrow. I know you got to wait too long for these to come up. Let me know your guess. No Googling. That takes all the fun out of it. But you can win a $20 gift card to Scooter's Coffee every single day here on Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. Head on over to the website and enter our contest there. Thank you so much to Rescue Towing and Scooter's Coffee for sponsoring Wake Up Weather. And thank you for listening this morning. I hope everybody bundles up and has an enjoyable day despite the cold and the wind. It gets better. I promise. We're back to 60 on Friday, 70 returning for Saturday. We just got to get through the cold together early today. Have a fantastic one.